So I went into knee surgery, right? And coming out of knee surgery, my dad was just like asking me some questions. He's like, "Hey, how you feeling?" Like the nurses are coming in now, and I'm just like, "Do you know what's wrong with Rudy Gobert? Rudy Gobert needs to make his free throws. He's selling for Anthony Edwards. How is Anthony Edwards going to get a ring if Rudy Gobert won't make his free throws?" And I go, "This, just
That's a
This
goat.
is freaking awesome.
Let's go. We got Firefly, Hike the Y, Lakers in 5.
oh,
What?
Welcome everybody, Hike the Y podcast. We are on a Zoom call because the semester is over. So sadly, Nate, Brandon, and I are all scattered to the winds. We're all across the country. Actually, I think we're all not too
We're all
far,
still in
but
Utah at this point.
not right now. But but anyway, so we survived all of us winter semester, and we are here to bring you all things BYU sports as per usual. So let's get right in it. First thing, AJ Dybantsa, in a heartbreaking move that absolutely no one saw coming, decided not to come back to BYU, not to come back to BYU next year, and declared for the NBA draft on Thursday. Fellas, how we feeling about that?
I'm feeling super sad. I really thought AJ had a great chance to come back. If you go to our Hike the Y YouTube channel, I released like a 10-minute video just talking about why AJ Dybantsa was going to come back. And then the very next day after that video was released, he announced that he was leaving. And so, I mean, like, it was a little bit of false hope thinking that he had a chance to come back, I think. Just like in reality, you can't give up such a big opportunity to go to the NBA at this point. And he announced that he's still going to be getting an education
yeah.
online. So that's kind of the best of both worlds for AJ. But yeah, if, oh, what could have been, what could have been with AJ Dybantsa.
I understand where AJ's coming from, like why he's leaving. Of course, he wants to make his mom happy, and that's why he's going to stay at BYU and he's going to continue. I think he announced a major that he was going to go into. But also at the same time, his dream is to play in the NBA. His dream's not to play college basketball. And so, like for me, if I was in AJ Dybantsa's shoes, I'd be like, okay, get me to the NBA as soon as possible. Because the more time he spends in the NCAA, the more time he has the potential of not actually making it to the NBA. You know what? Like if he ends up going right now, he could go number one overall, number two overall, and he can make it and do his dream, which is the NBA. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand where he's coming from. I wish he could stay a little bit longer, but I think he's going to be an absolutely phenomenal player in the NBA. So I'm really excited to see where he lands. Hopefully the Pacers or the Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has part of it. Part of the reason was that like the tanking, the NBA might change the tanking rules, so it might not be as easy to tank in the future. So there's like all the teams that really need his X factor that we've been talking about are all going to be in the top 5. They're all going to be lottery picking teams this year, like the Pacers or the Jazz or the Wizards. These teams that really just need a guy to give them a push. So I really would love to see him number one. Obviously, I'd love to see him in Utah or in Indiana, just wherever it suits him the best, wherever he is able to find the atmosphere that lets him thrive. But yeah, I was talking to my dad about this. I was really hoping he didn't go, but I was also really hoping like he did because on this pod I've been saying over and over again that he will go. Like I was trying not to get my hopes up too much. And I really didn't want to be wrong because like that would have been awkward if he stayed. And I'm like, he's not staying. And then for him to stay, that would have been weird for me. But it's been sad, but it was just good. Don't smile, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the more I think about it, the more like I realize there's just no way he was ever coming back. I mean, just the opportunity is too good to pass up. But that's a great point, Connor. Like I was saying 5 minutes ago, like what could have been with AJ Dybantsa without all these injuries and all this other stuff. But we got AJ Dybantsa, and he just showed out for BYU. And even though we didn't have a bunch of team success, he had a bunch of individual success, made BYU look good, and was a great representation for BYU as an athlete who is not someone who typically come to BYU in the first place. So I'm really glad AJ Dybantsa came, and I'm super excited to follow him in the NBA.
Well, and this whole situation could have been a lot worse if a couple of weeks ago, Rob Wright III said that he's going to transfer to Kentucky. Like I every day I have to
Yeah.
wait, I have to remind myself, we still have Rob Wright, we have Dean Rucker, we have Bruce Branch III, we have a bunch of people transferring. So it's not that we're left upstream without a paddle. AJ's gone. Like it would have been nice to have him for another year, but we have so much new raw talent coming to this BYU roster, and I'm excited to see how it can excel and get to the next level this upcoming year. That's what it's all about. So I'm really excited for AJ and his next couple chapters of his life. I'm gonna be following him, of course, but I'm also really excited for this upcoming season with this brand new roster that we haven't seen play together before.
Yeah, and speaking of this brand new roster, BYU just got another commit from TCU center Adam Stewart, and this is a guy who's not going to be a starter for BYU, and he's not going to get a lot of minutes. But BYU has a center. It's finally coming into place.
Yes.
I'm hoping BYU gets another center in the next couple weeks, and can really start like locking in their team and what they want to do. But BYU's still on the recruiting trail, and we have someone who will maybe play some minutes. He hasn't played a lot at TCU, but he was originally committed to BYU 2 years ago, and now he's back. So I think that's kind of becoming a trend where players are realizing BYU is the place to be.
hmm And he recently proposed to a lady on the women's volleyball team for BYU. And he
Oh, really?
also,
Yep.
according to Vanquish the Foe, it looks like he's going to be listed as a bonus player. So he's not going to be part of the 15 man roster, but he will be a bonus man, kind of like what McGregor was for his couple of years here. So, I mean, it's
Hmm.
good to have at least one big man. I mean, he's 6'10", he's from TCU. Maybe he can get some good playing time. Maybe he can practice his skills. But I'm still kind of hoping that we get Luigi from Italy.
Oh
Dude,
man, that'd be
please.
such a huge get.
I would hope that for that too. I really like it though. Just anybody, anybody that can make us a deeper team, whether that's somebody that's like a, I don't know how, if it's basketball's practice squad, if they use that term or not, but like the people that make the starters better, those guys are invaluable on teams. And just getting a big man like that and being able to have somebody to practice against, it's going to be it's a big deal for BYU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in other transfer news, Kostic has transferred from BYU and recently signed with Northwestern. So Kostic is now officially off the roster, and I was able to talk to some of the Kostic lover accounts, and they are kind of sad. They were kind of hoping that he would stay at BYU, but it looks like he has now moved on to a different school. One player that is not transferred yet is KJ Perry. He did send a story out a couple of days ago where he was at a Utah basketball training facility, but he is still unsigned, and there's still a couple more basketball players from BYU who are in the transfer portal that still haven't left yet. So TBD to hear news about them.
Yeah, I feel like KJ Perry is kind of the only guy that I feel like has a chance to actually come back to BYU out of the transfers that we have. Just because Kennard Davis, like I think he's obviously moving on. And some of the other guys we wouldn't want back necessarily. But I feel like KJ Perry could be a big piece for BYU in the upcoming season.
Yep. So four more roster seats to fill for the BYU roster. I hope that we can get at least two or three of those. A big man, a bigger man. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to Hike the Y podcast. This has been another epic episode. And also, guys, just remember that players like AJ Dybantsa will come and go, um, but Lakers will win in five. That was so bad. Players like AJ will come and go. You guys are my bros. You already
Oh,
know. Lakers in 5.
Hey,
Let's go.
Anyways, guys.
Look at that, go dogs.
Pick 'em.
Sick 'em.
go.
Woo.